Guys, let me tell you this. One essential key to happiness living abroad is finding amazing friends. Hi guys, it's Aimée. Thank you for taking the time to be here with me today. And I will be telling you how I've made friends abroad and really good friends, and how it's just made my life a lot easier. Making friends as an adult, full stop, whether it's in your hometown or whatever, is incredibly difficult. Because most people have their friendships and then they kind of just close the door, like that's it, they don't need to know anybody else. So when you add living abroad on top of that, you're literally starting from scratch and it's a lot harder. It just adds another level to difficulty of making friends. And I'm going to be taking you through my experience of making friends abroad and what will be useful to you in making your friends abroad. The first one of these is super useful. It's really important to build friendships around common interests, because that way it's just going to lead into a more successful relationship or friendship or whatever. And Facebook groups are the way to do this. And I know that it sounds like 2002, but trust me, it's genius. So you find your common interest group, whether it's a hobby or a location. For me, it was my job and my location. There are tons of international people working, and if you have the same job, then you're more likely to have the same mindset, at least. Not only does this help you find new people, but when there are issues come up or questions about, I don't know, residency or like life living abroad, people will probably have been in the same situation as you at least once, or at least one person. So it's a really good, it's a pot, like literally a gold pot of information and help when you're in situations, and you're going to be in many. Literally speaking from experience, like there will be many occasions. Some of the useful Facebook groups I'm in are British Council Language Assistants, Auxiliars in Madrid, Melanin in Madrid, and the last one, Madrid Girl Gone International. So as you can see, like for me, that's a bit of me in each of these groups, so I can relate to the people in there, and if I am in a situation, like someone will be able to help. And I actually met my current housemate through the language assistant Facebook group before we even came to Madrid. It was really lucky because she lived in the place that I was studying, and it was just such a coincidence. We met up, and yeah, that was it really. The majority of my friends that I go out with as well are also from that page. When we first moved, literally I think in the first week, Mackenzie, one of my friends, put on the group saying, oh, does anybody want to go for a drink tonight? And we were like, well, we don't know anyone else, we might as well say yes. And also that was another like, oh voila, and she brought someone else, so ever since then we always go out like at least once a week. So yeah. So a pro tip, actually, always say yes if you're being offered. That sounds like offering. So a pro tip, always say yes, because you never know what's going to come out of it. If I didn't say yes to 2 offers that I received on Facebook, then my life would probably not be as good as it is now. The second thing I recommend doing is downloading Bumble BFF. I downloaded it a few months ago, and I've met quite a few nice people on there. Actually, I'm going on a date tomorrow with a girl that I've met. We spoke beforehand, but let me show you the app. It's really cool. But there's a section for friends and a section for dating on the app. This is my profile. It's got a picture of me, my name, my age, and then the blue thing means that I'm verified. So if you're worried about people, like obviously you have to be a little bit cautious when you do like online dating or online meeting people in general. That just means that I've verified myself. Like, you have to take a picture of yourself, and it compares the pictures that you've uploaded, and basically it just proves that you're who you say you are, and you're not like, I don't know, a murderer or something. So then it goes on to like a little description. So I put like, I like to dance, classes, and in my house I love to eat good food, travel, and I put my Instagram. And you can put like little things here like, do you smoke? Do you drink? Have you just moved here? How active are you? And you put more pictures just so that, you know, like you can show who you are. And actually this was really hard to choose pictures of what to put up, because like in a dating site, obviously you're going to put pictures out that like show that you're attractive or your best side of you. But this one you have to show more of your personality, because people are actually going to take the time to read your profile rather than just be like, oh yeah, swipe, you know? So yeah, and they ask you like questions like, in order to promote your account, and obviously this is in Spanish, so I'm just translating, but it says I'm using BFF to meet new people in this beautiful city. I have a picture with my friends to show, you know, like, oh, I don't know. Then it says, we'll get along if. So this is a really good, like, they have really good talking points in order to, like, find like-minded people. And I said, try new things and have an adventure. And then we keep going, more friends, more friends. I feel most empowered when I have just completed a really hard challenge or a really hard workout. And then that was it. And then it says, like, where you are, where you're living, and where you're from. They have so many things that you can do in order to, like, to find like-minded people. Like, what are you looking for in here? Relationship status, have you got kids? Do you smoke? Do you drink? Do you exercise? Your star sign, maybe that will put some people off. And just so many questions. It's called profile prompts. So you have one, like, if I had 3 wishes, I'd wish for my pet peeve, where you quote too much from, nightclub or Netflix. If I could only eat 1 meal for the rest of my life, it would be things like that. Just so that you can, like, connect with other people on their same interests, or you're like, oh, that's really interesting about you, tell me more, for example. So it's really interesting. And I really do like the app because it's obviously people are out there because they want to meet new people. However, the only thing is that I can find it quite overwhelming, because at least with, like, a dating app, you can filter out who you're not attracted to straight away. But with a profile for friends, it's a lot different, because ideally you're not going to be swiping on people based on what they look like and based on their personality. So I found that you, like, swipe on a lot more people, which then makes it, like, harder to keep up with everyone, because you want to talk to, like, all these people, but then you're like, oh my goodness, like, I've swiped on 20 people, now I have to keep up 20 different conversations with new people. And that's, like, for me, I was so overwhelmed, but, like, I'm slowly trying to get back onto it. I haven't swiped in, like, a few weeks, just so that I can, like, focus on the people I've swiped at the moment, and then once, like, that filters down, and so, like, if I keep talking to people or not, then I can swipe some more. My housemate has it as well, and she, like, every week there's someone new because she keeps swiping, so she's fine with it. But for me, I was like, this is quite hard. But it's a really good way to meet new people and get yourself out there. Another thing is that it's also a lot sadder when someone stops talking to you, because they're like, oh, right, fair enough if you weren't attracted to me, or, like, wasn't your type, but, like, being rejected based on a friendship level was even, like, a bit harsher, like. So I've already mentioned that I met my current housemate through Facebook groups. So another way that you can meet people is through your friends' flatmates. So my friend Mackenzie has about 6 flatmates, I believe. So it's always nice to socialise with them and, like, see new faces, and, like, celebrating birthdays and small celebrations like that. It's just nice to expand into another, like, group. And if you have a friend who lives with other people, then you're more likely to meet at least another one person that you're going to get along with, and then you can kind of consider them your friend as well. So if you have hobbies, if you go to, like, evening classes like Zumba, pottery, art, I don't know, is a perfect way to meet people that are similar to you. For example, I go to gym classes in, like, a few times a week. I try to talk to people there to meet new people, obviously, because I don't know anyone there. And ordinarily, back at home in England, I would never consider talking to someone in a gym class. Like, that's so strange to me. But here, like, it's something that you have to do. And because I am there on my own, I literally have nothing to lose. So it's like, okay. One of the classes I go to is Zumba. And there's this lady that I see every week, and it's always nice to catch up. Like, oh, hey, how are you? Like, I haven't seen you in a while. And the conversation originated from the fact that we both did, like, 2 classes one time, like a pump class and then Zumba. And we started talking about how we both like to dance, and, like, it's just a really nice place to release your energy. Like, she's super sweet, and it's nice to see familiar faces every week. Another one was before, I think Zumba as well, actually. So Zumba is just a social place to be. I saw this guy doing, like, a headstand. I was like, that is so, afterwards I said to him, like, that is so cool. Like, how long did it take for you to learn? And he was like, oh, like, a week. And I was like, and then he offered to teach me after class. I was like, oh, everyone here is so nice. And just, like, don't be afraid to talk to people, because most likely they will be nice. And the worst that can happen is that the conversation ends. Boo-hoo. Like, that's it. Just do your workout and move on. Work is another place to meet people. Again, obviously it has to be based on common interests. So I work in a school, and I'm really good friends with the other language assistant. Obviously, because we are both English speakers. She's from America, I'm from the UK. But we've just moved to another country, a new place, doing the same job. Of course, like, we're going to have things to talk about and things we want to see and things we have in common. I don't talk as much to the teachers because most of the time they're busy like sorting out the kids or something. But when we do have a chance to converse, it's nice to talk about something that's not to do with work, and it's interesting to see how many common interests we do actually have. And if it wasn't for the pandemic, I'd probably say like, hey, do you want to hang out? But I don't know, I haven't. Maybe I should. Maybe I will before the end of the year, and if I do, I'll let you know. There are literally so many ways to make friends, but obviously the main thing that you have to do is base it off a common interest. Otherwise, you could just go out with this person and you could say, yeah, they're really nice, but there was literally nothing to say. And maybe it will be filled with awkward silence, which is never great. If you have any tips that have worked for you, do let me know down below, because it would help me maybe or someone else. Or even if you've been like in an awkward situation where you've tried to strike up a conversation and then the person was like, no, and they pied you. But don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will be posting more videos like this, what it's like to live abroad in through vlogs, places to visit, particularly right now in Madrid, as that's where I'm living, or just other top tips. I also post a lot more of what I do from day to day on my Instagram, which is in the description down below. But stay tuned for more tips and more vlogs. And thank you guys so much for watching. See you later.